Alright, so if you're wondering how to lose weight in college, even with the busiest schedule, then you're going to want to watch this video, and we're starting right now. What is going on? My name is Chris from leanwithstyle.com. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here and you're looking to learn how to lose weight, get in shape, and a whole lot of other fat loss related stuff, then subscribe right now and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Alright, so first things first, why should you listen to me about how to lose weight in college? Well, I stayed relatively fit at 3 different types of colleges. So for the first couple of years I went to community college, so I was just commuting back and forth to community college. Then I transferred to a UCLA specifically, so I actually dormed there. I had dining hall experience and I actually lived there in the dorm, so I know a little bit about how to the lifestyle of dorms and all that stuff. Now I'm back at community college because I changed my major, so I know a little bit about different college environments and different situations, so I hope I can give you guys some value on how to lose weight in college. Alright guys, so how to lose weight in college. So first things first, none of these tips that I'm about to show you will work unless you're in a caloric deficit. A caloric deficit is necessary for you to lose weight. You can follow all my tips that I'm about to show you, and none of them are going to work unless you get the caloric deficit thing right. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, if you have no idea what calories, macros are, how to track them, or what the right amount is for you, then definitely make sure to check out my video course teaching you everything you need to know about calories, tracking macros, how to weigh out foods, MyFitnessPal, everything like that. I'll leave that in the description below because that is definitely necessary for you to lose weight. So if you don't know how to do any of that, I'll leave the course down below. But to get you started, to get you on the right track, you have to be in a caloric deficit. So just to get you started, what you want to do is multiply whatever your body weight is. Let's say you weigh 200 pounds, right? The first thing you want to do is multiply your body weight by 11. Okay, so this is a rough estimate. It should get you in a caloric deficit. Again, this is just a quick starting point for you. So 200, so this would be 2,200 calories for this person. Okay, so do the same thing for you. This should get you started off on the right foot. Again, if you are not in a caloric deficit, you will not lose weight. If you want to learn how to track calories, track macros, how to calculate them, again, check out the video course down in the description below. So tip number 1 is stay or be active. So a couple things you can do to stay active is join a club. Join a club. Join a running club, join a fitness club, yoga club, badminton club, tennis club. I don't care what it is, just join a club, be active. You're in college, for God's sakes, just do something, okay? Okay, so join a club or take a fitness class, okay? And I put fitness in quotes because that could mean a multiple things. So a fitness class, for example, when I attended community college last semester, I took a conditioning class, and it was basically 2 days a week. You would do HIIT style workouts, right? And so that kept me in shape, right? Can't even spell fitness, right? So that kept me in shape for those throughout the week. So that took care of my cardio throughout the week. Again, if you take a fitness class, like a 1-unit class, not only does you have to take that class if you stick with it, it's graded, so you have to go. It kind of forces you to go, right? Same thing with the club. So that's one thing to do. Every college should have some sort of physical fitness class. Just look it up. I'm sure your college has some. And it doesn't have to be a conditioning HIIT class. There's boxing, kickboxing, dance. Do something that keeps you active, okay? And to stay active, don't sit in your dorm room all day or your apartment all day, whichever one applies to you. Just don't stay home all day and only study or only go out when you're going to the dining hall or out to eat. Stop sitting in your room all day. If you want to be active, if you want to lose weight, you got to burn calories, and to do that you have to be active. You don't want to be sitting down all day. You don't want to have a sedentary lifestyle. A sedentary lifestyle is very unhealthy, so don't do that. Don't sit in your dorm room all day unless you're studying for something. But when you're not studying, when you're not doing homework, or you don't have class, don't be in your room all day. Actually go out and socialize and stuff. And another thing, when I was at UCLA, If you know anything about it, it's a hill basically. Everything is, it looks like a U kind of. So UCLA, the dorms are all the way up here, and then the main campus is down here, and then you had to go up again to go to the other classes up here. So it's basically a whole bunch of stairs. My legs were sore the first week. So this brings me to my tip, as take the long way or the stairs. The stairs at UCLA, that's a lot of walking, that's a lot of hills back and forth to get back to my dorm, right? So that's another thing that kept me active, kept me in shape. If you can take the long way to class, walk up the hills, take the stairs, don't be lazy. So that will increase your activity level. So this is tip number 1 and all its little sub tips from this main tip of stay or be active. Don't be sedentary. All right, so tip number 2 is skip breakfast, aka intermittent fasting. Okay, so don't eat when you first wake up. Okay, so if you don't know anything about intermittent fasting, I'll leave a link to the article that I wrote down below, all about intermittent fasting, and it's basically my most shared article, I believe, on my website. It has about 2,000 shares, so it goes over everything about intermittent fasting. So make sure to check that out if you don't know what it is. But the main thing is that intermittent fasting just requires you to skip breakfast, basically. Don't eat when you first wake up. Drink black coffee. So a bunch of you are wondering, like, how am I not going to eat in the morning? I'm going to be hungry, whatever. That's what the black coffee is for. Black coffee is a natural appetite suppressant. So drinking black coffee is the best way to blunt that hunger that you may or may not have. And yes, I know some of you are like, black coffee, that's disgusting. Well, it's time to grow up. I used to think that black coffee was disgusting too. After your first week of drinking it, you get used to it, and then you can't live without it. So black coffee, definitely do that. Don't add any cream or sugar, because that's going to add calories. My advice is to, if you have a morning class, right, get some black coffee, sit through the entire class, whatever. You're going to be focused because it's a classroom, right? Hopefully. And sit through your first 1 to 2 a.m. morning classes. And then once you're done with that, that's when you can finally break your fast and have some lunch. Again, if you want to learn more about intermittent fasting and all the stuff around it, definitely check out that article, which I will link down below in the description. So tip number 3 is don't feast in the dining halls. And this applies to basically the people who obviously live in dorms, live on campus and stuff like that. Don't feast in the dining halls, okay? So like tip number 2 says, is to skip your first meal, skip breakfast and fast. Once you break your fast in the dining hall, don't go all out, okay? Just because there's unlimited ice cream and unlimited pizzas and all that stuff doesn't mean you should eat and like an idiot and eat a whole bunch of pizza. That's how the freshman 15 happens, and you definitely don't want that to happen. If it's already happened, it's probably because you feasted in the dining halls, okay? You gotta control yourself, have some self-control, have smaller portions. For example, have rules set out. If you, at UCLA, there's this dining hall called B Plate, and this dining hall was actually like quote unquote healthy dining hall, right? It was a healthy option for students. And one thing they had was that they had small plates, okay? So small portion plates specifically, so you can't fit that much food on there. And that was a way to kind of limit your food intake. So that's one thing you can do, just limit yourself to 1 plate. So if it's kind of like a buffet kind of style thing, just limit yourself to 1 plate only. Don't go grab the unlimited pizzas every single time, right? Okay, so that's tip number 3. Okay, tip number 4, don't keep junk in your dorm room / apartment. Instead of having hot Cheetos, Doritos, little donut cakes, candy, whatever, all this stuff that is unfilling, don't keep that in your dorm room, your apartment. I promise you, this is gonna mess everything up if you keep these unhealthy, unfilling snacks in your house. You're just gonna wanna eat them all the time because they're readily available, they're really good, I know, but they don't fill you up, so you're still gonna be hungry, and they're filled with a bunch of calories. Instead, you wanna fill your pantry, your fridge, whatever, your dorm room, your apartment, with filling foods, right? Filling foods that don't have that many calories, at least or at least not as much as the other stuff, the other junk, right? So you want to do protein bars, right? So protein bars / shakes. Have a protein bar instead of hot Cheetos. A protein bar is a lot better for you than hot Cheetos, and they also keep you full because protein is the most filling macronutrient. Also, you could just have a protein shake instead. Again, that's really filling as well, and you're getting some good protein in. Okay, so then you can have beef jerky. That's another good protein filling snack that keeps you pretty full. Mixed nuts, so like trail mix or something like that. Be careful on eating too many of those because mixed nuts do have a lot of calories, so be careful there. But that's another filling type of food. Apples are really filling. In fact, apples are used a lot in intermittent fasting to extend your fast or keep you full for a little bit. And then Greek yogurt. So one thing I like to do is mix these three. So apples can be any fruit really, but I like to stick with apples or mangoes or something like that. You put the mixed nuts and apples in the Greek yogurt. That's a better snack than hot Cheetos, Doritos, etc. Okay, and then lastly, you guys, weight train at least 3 times a week, okay? Get your roommate, get your dorm room roommates to go to the gym with you. Go to the on-campus gym or whatever gym is accessible to you. Go out to the track with them, do something. Weight train at least 3 times a week. I don't even care if it's body weight training. Do something. Do push-ups, pull-ups, etc., whatever. Or at least, like the first tip, take a weight training class at least, or join a weightlifting club, because they will meet at least 3 times a week. So do something like that, okay? And I say 3 days a week because most of you guys have busy schedules. You have school, and 3 days a week at least is doable, right? And so I have reviewed a program from Kino Body, the aggressive fat loss program. That is a good program if you're looking for something like that to teach you how to strength train on your own for 3 days a week. So I'll leave that in the description as well. I do have a review video on that if you are interested. So strength train at least 3 days a week. So do like full body workouts if you can only do that. And on top of those workouts, if you're not doing sports or any clubs or anything like that, or any fitness classes, make sure to do HIIT, high intensity interval training, at least 2 times a week. And so I do have videos on HIIT workouts that you can do. I'll leave those in the description below. There's beginner friendly ones and not so beginner friendly ones. So make sure to check out the description if you want to check out some HIIT workouts that you can do while you're at college. All right, you guys, so those are my tips for how to lose weight in college. Now, if you guys have any of your own tips, my question of the day is, what is your favorite tip for losing weight in college? Mine happens to be intermittent fasting, because pushing my first meal back a couple hours allows me to save on calories a little bit more. At least it did for me when I was dorming at UCLA. So that helped me a lot. Intermittent fasting, again, check out the link in the description below. But again, my question of the day is, what is your favorite tip on how to lose weight in college? Leave it down in the comments below and I will reply back to you. And if you have any questions, as always, leave a comment. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe, click that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.